Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where Edutainment explains it. Let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to this page. Why? Because it's a pretty dope page. I think so. Comment, leave a positive comment or a constructive comment. Those are the kinds that we like. Speaking of liking, we like to be liked. So continue to do that. Subscribe to this page. Share this page. Turn on your notifications. Little bells up. That means when new stuff comes out, you get it. We edutaining out here. Today, I think this is, I guess this is going to be sort of a philosophical, political conversation. Yeah, let's call it that. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I ain't gonna filter. The United States of America currently in 2025 is anything but. We are arguing, bickering, bitching, and fighting about any and everything. It's gotta be ultra conservative. It's gotta be ultra liberal. Both sides wanting their way, but not thinking about what's in the middle. And most of the time, what's in the middle is the little cat. Most of the time, what's in the middle is the person, middle class, grinding, working hard for the money every damn day, that gets caught in the middle of politics, that gets caught in the middle of political policy. Very rarely do you hear about the mega rich suffering from policy being made by politicians in this country, because he who has the gold, makes the rules. And that has always been the dynamic, no matter who was in power. And this country has always been divided. And it's a very simple dynamic. As long as you choose to divide yourself into groups, Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, immigrant, citizen, black, white. As long as we choose to divide ourselves into groups, there will always be division, whether it is under the shield of individuality or a might makes right sort of thing, or even I'm more powerful than you are, so I get to make the rules. Okay, where am I going with it? Imagine, if you will, there was such a thing as a super soldier serum. There was such a thing as a Steve Rogers, a Sam Wilson, a Captain America, if you will. What would Captain America, a for real Captain America, do in a situation like the division we experience today? Captain America represents and embodies the American dream. At least that's what Captain America himself strives to do. That's what both of them, regardless of which one you choose, it's what they strive to do. Whether it's a sentinel of liberty or a symbol of truth, they're not doing it for themselves. And see, I think largely that's what politicians don't understand. Politicians do things for themselves and hide it under the guise of for the people, hide it under the guise of the Constitution, hide it under the guise of this is our responsibility, quote unquote, as Americans. Well, what I liked about this run right here was this Captain America said, I'm doing what's right, or what I feel to be right, regardless of what the government says I must do. Some of that stuff I might have to do because, you know what I mean? But Cap has already been through that whole situation where there's certain things I ain't gonna do for the government, and even went so far as like in the 80s, like if y'all want me to do that, I'm gonna give you the shield and the suit back and say, F y'all, I'm not doing that. Because there are certain things I will not do. I don't give a damn what the government says. You know why? Because human beings run the government. And human beings are corrupt. Human beings are evil. Human beings are petty and greedy. And you can't tell me there ain't people in government right now that take petty greed and personal gain over the American way. Tons of people. If we had a Captain America like the one from this run, where he faced folks like the Serpent Society, where he had his credentials questioned to the point where he said, if y'all don't want me to be Captain America, I won't be Captain America. Y'all can let somebody else be Captain America. And they did. And you see how that turned out. It wasn't the right someone. Even when he let his homie take over, even let Bucky take over, that wasn't the right someone. It needed to be somebody who understood both sides of the equation. Now, comic book 616 Sam Wilson understood and understands both sides of the equation, because that Sam Wilson has experienced both sides of the equation. If anybody could speak to the division in this country, wouldn't it be somebody who's experienced it as Snap Wilson and as the partner of Captain America, a member of the Avengers, and ultimately Captain America himself? Because Captain America is going to get treated a whole hell of a lot differently by his government than Snap Wilson, than Sam Wilson, the social worker. Sam Wilson, the social worker, ain't getting the same shit done that Sam Wilson, Captain America, is getting done. So if we talk about in a modern, like today, real life scenario, that Sam will probably get shot because he's the symbol of truth. The current government only deals in facts. And what I tell y'all last week, the truth is eternal. Facts tend to change constantly. So what would be the answer? Would Captain America be allowed to tell people? Would he have that authority as a symbol of the American dream? Because let's be honest, when you talk about the American dream, depends on who you ask. A mega rich Jewish man has a very different idea of what the American dream is versus a poor Latino man. Is it about race? Is it about class? Yeah. It's about a lack of understanding, ultimately, is what it is. We do not understand each other, and we choose to superimpose facts on top of simply trying to understand a human being that bleeds and breathes and does the same things you do, but simply because y'all believe different, it drives a wedge between you. I had a friend was like that, we talked last night, and I ain't gonna say we see eye to eye about things, but if you want to talk to me, you know how you're supposed to talk. And nobody ever got anything done being divided. I mean, not the way it should be gotten done. And that's just my take on it. I don't really think things get better until they get much, much worse. And I'm not a doom and gloom type of guy. I'm I'm a practical person. I believe in the things that I can touch. I believe in the things that affect me direct. I'm not saying I don't believe in God, so don't even take it like that. I'm saying if it affects me directly, if you know what I'm saying, a flat tire that affects me directly. That's what I'm saying. Things that affect me directly. When I go to the grocery store and I got to pay $400 where I used to pay $350, that affects me. I want to see that change because that's what affects me directly. You see what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what's going on in a foreign country, at least not right now. Oh, but that has ramifications on the world. It has ramifications on the world eventually. Them expensive ass eggs have ramifications on me right now. The homeless situation has ramifications on me right now. Help me with the things that affect me right now. And I am very sure that that is what Steve or Cap will speak out in favor of and defend, because isn't being able to live your life, isn't being able to enjoy your life to the fullest until it overflows, like the Bible says, rather than arguing, bickering, and struggling and shit. That, ladies and gentlemen, is simply my opinion about it. I think Captain America, whether it was Sam or Steve, will be like, WTF is going on with the government right now, and they tell them about it. What do y'all think? What are y'all opinions? How do you feel like Captain America, Sam or Steve, would react to the current political climate? Drop it in the comments. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I'll be coming at you with another one of the other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.